The next live-action Star Wars show, Ahsoka Season 2, is taking much longer than anticipated, and there are a few reasons for that delay. When Ahsoka Season 1 ended in October 2023, fans were excited to see the next chapter of the story. That finale had quite a few big reveals, after all, from Grand Admiral Thrawn's return to the main Star Wars galaxy to more reveals about Peridea. Despite the anticipation, Ahsoka still hasn't returned nearly 3 years later, and fans of the show will have to wait even longer than that. During a recent Disney event, Rosario Dawson confirmed that Ahsoka Season 2 is set to premiere on Disney Plus sometime in 2027. Previously, Ahsoka Season 2 was expected to premiere in late 2026, as the show was filmed beginning in April 2025. While long waits between seasons aren't new for several streaming originals, like Wednesday, Stranger Things, and Severance, the wait for Ahsoka Season 2 is the longest Star Wars fans have ever had to endure for a confirmed show. Other Star Wars shows, like Star Wars, The Clone Wars, have had longer waits between seasons, but that series was left in a precarious place after Disney's acquisition of Lucasfilm. The Mandalorian Season 4 is also nowhere to be seen despite Season 3 ending in 2023, but the upcoming film The Mandalorian and Grogu is continuing the story of Din and Grogu on the big screen. Even Andor, with its 3-year wait between seasons, was off the air for a shorter amount of time than Ahsoka will be. The large delay in Ahsoka Season 2 has left many Star Wars fans wanting more and wondering what's taking so long. Disney and Lucasfilm are pulling back on Star Wars television shows in favor of movies like The Mandalorian and Grogu and Star Wars, Starfighter, but Ahsoka has been in production for years now, with the first images of Ahsoka Season 2 being released in July 2025. Unfortunately, there's a reason the show is so slow to return. Ahsoka Season 2 suffered from behind-the-scenes changes for Star Wars Suzanne Tenner/copyright Disney Plus/Lucasfilm courtesy Everett Collection. The biggest reason Ahsoka Season 2 is taking so long is because of Star Wars as a whole. As previously mentioned, Disney and Lucasfilm are pivoting away from television to focus on movies like The Mandalorian and Grogu. That movie is something of a reset for Star Wars as a whole. In fact, Ahsoka Season 2 is the only live-action Star Wars show in development right now. Disney and Lucasfilm's priorities shifted, and Ahsoka Season 2 was put on the back burner as a result. Based on when Ahsoka Season 2 was filmed, in April 2025, Disney and Lucasfilm would have been able to release the series this year. It seems, instead, that the decision to push Ahsoka Season 2 to 2027 was more of a strategic move. The delay likely serves as a buffer of sorts to let The Mandalorian and Grogu shine on its own without overwhelming viewers with Star Wars content. It was also likely necessary, as The Mandalorian and Grogu could provide important context about the New Republic era, the part of the Star Wars timeline in which Ahsoka takes place. The circumstances surrounding Ahsoka Season 2's production have also changed, however. Ahsoka was originally marketed as a limited series, and the events of the first season's finale were supposed to be followed up by Dave Filoni's Mandoverse movie, which has since been delayed. Lucasfilm didn't even decide to make a second season of Ahsoka until January 2024, which delayed the show from the very start. Ahsoka also had a real-life tragedy associated with it that likely delayed future plans even further, the death of Ray Stevenson in May 2023. Stevenson played Baylan Skoll in Ahsoka Season 1, and Disney didn't announce that Rory McCann would be replacing Stevenson as Skoll until January 2025. The process of recasting such a central character almost certainly took time out of the normal production schedule. It was this combination of production delays and overall changes in Star Wars strategy that led to Ahsoka Season 2 being pushed back to 2027. The silver lining of the delay is that now, Ahsoka Season 2 will be the first live-action Star Wars show in 2027, which is also the 50th anniversary of Star Wars as a franchise. Ahsoka Season 2 could also directly tie into the events of The Mandalorian and Grogu now, which should give fans something to look forward to. What to expect from Ahsoka Season 2? Though it won't be here until 2027, we already have a fairly good idea of what will happen in Ahsoka Season 2. Based on the ending of the first season alone, there are already some clear ways to continue the story. The biggest of these is Grand Admiral Thrawn, who will begin some sort of plan to re-establish the Empire and will likely seek help from the remaining Imperial remnants from The Mandalorian. Ezra Bridger also made it back to the main Star Wars galaxy, however, so Thrawn will have quite a bit of interference to deal with from him and the New Republic. Ezra is almost certainly going to work with Hera Syndulla and the rest of the New Republic to coordinate an effort to stop Thrawn. How that plays out remains to be seen, but there's reason to believe that they won't fully stop Thrawn, as Dave Filoni's untitled Mandoverse movie will likely use him as its main antagonist. As for Ahsoka and Sabine, who are still stranded on Peridea, they also have a fairly clear path forward. Baylan Skoll was very close to discovering the secret of Peridea, and Ahsoka Season 2 will certainly continue his search for answers about the Force and the Mortis gods from the Clone Wars. Ahsoka will likely want to stop Baylan, though she'll also be searching for some way off Peridea and back to the main galaxy to fight Thrawn. Ahsoka Season 2 should also include more scenes of Anakin Skywalker's Force ghost. It's possible that Anakin will assist Ahsoka and Sabine in finding Baylan and stopping whatever he has planned. Through them, Ahsoka Season 2 is primed to fully dive into the concept of balance in the Force. In short, the fate of the entire galaxy and the Force itself is on the line in Ahsoka Season 2, which doesn't make the wait any easier to deal with.